The Unshakable Mind, Carl Jung's Path to Emotional Freedom. Have you ever met someone who remains completely unshaken no matter what life throws at them? Someone who stays calm and composed even in the face of betrayal, failure, or disrespect, as if they're somehow untouchable. Meanwhile, you're stressed out over a text message from yesterday. So what's their secret? It's not luck, it's psychology. And Carl Jung cracked the code. The mirror principle. Everything that disturbs you lives inside. Jung discovered something fascinating about human nature, a principle that changes everything once you understand it. It's called the mirror principle, and it works like this. What disturbs you in others is actually a reflection of something within yourself. Let's be real for a moment. Haven't we all met someone who gets under our skin? Maybe it's their arrogance, their ignorance, or the way they treat you. They drive you absolutely crazy. But here's the question you need to ask yourself. Why does their behavior affect you so deeply? Jung teaches us something profound. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Let's unpack this. That coworker who disrespects you. That ex who completely ignored you. If someone's behavior triggers you, if it sets you off, the real issue isn't with them. It's hidden in a wound inside you that hasn't fully healed yet. The world is a mirror. When you have an emotional reaction, it's because you're looking at a reflection of your own insecurities. Master this principle, and insults will roll off your back like water off a duck. Think about it. When was the last time someone's words actually ruined your day? Why did they have such power? Deep down, you were afraid they might be right. But here's the thing. When you truly know who you are, nobody's words can shake you. That's real power. If someone triggers you, it's usually because they're reflecting back a part of yourself that you've rejected, denied, or pushed down. That arrogant person. Maybe they're reminding you of arrogance you deny exists within you. That selfish friend. Perhaps deep down, you secretly wish you could prioritize yourself for once, but you never actually do. That liar. Maybe you've been lying to yourself about something important, and it's eating you up inside. Jung calls this the shadow self, those parts of us we deny, hide, or refuse to acknowledge. And until you confront your own shadow, the outside world will continue to control you. Your inner world determines your outer world. Period. Stop being an emotional sponge. Here's another critical insight. Stop absorbing other people's energy like a sponge. Why does everyone else's opinion have so much power over your life? You share something, and one negative comment destroys your confidence. You walk into a room and immediately worry about what people think of you. You spend your life trying to prove something to others, but it never feels like enough. There's always one more person to convince, one more hurdle to jump. Here's the truth. The world asks you who you are. If you don't have an answer, the world will tell you who you are. Most people are emotional sponges. Their moods are determined by everyone around them. Your boss yells at you, and suddenly you're angry too. Your friend vents about their problems, and now you feel drained and exhausted. Jung warns us about this exact dynamic. People will consume your energy if you let them. And the thing is, most of them don't even realize they're doing it. But this is where the transformation begins. Stop taking on energy that isn't yours. When someone tries to dump their negativity on you, tell yourself this in your mind. This doesn't belong to me. I will not carry this. Imagine you're wearing an invisible shield. Compliments bounce off it. Insults bounce off it. Nothing sticks. Nothing gets in unless you choose to let it. And that's how you become unshakable. If others still have power over you through their words, it means you haven't fully defined yourself yet. You don't trust your own opinion. You don't believe in your own worth. Deep down, you're uncertain about who you are. And when you don't know yourself, you give others the power to define you. But the moment you truly know who you are, what you stand for, and what you believe in, that's when nobody's opinion can touch you. So ask yourself right now, who am I really? If you don't have a clear answer, that's exactly where you need to start working. The observer mindset. Watch your life instead of being a victim in it. According to Jung, the key to emotional freedom is this. Stop being a victim of your life and become an observer. Instead, most people operate on autopilot. They react, they explode, they regret. But when you pause and ask yourself, why did this upset me? That's when you take control back. It's like being trapped inside a movie versus stepping outside and watching it. You see the drama, but you're not a part of it anymore. The last time someone made you angry, when someone belittled you, ignored you, or disrespected you, ask yourself this. Did they really make you feel this way? Or did something inside you trigger this response? Carl Rogers said it best. No one can determine your emotions for you unless you permit them to. I am not what has happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Let that sink in. If someone insults you, it's your choice whether to be offended or to let it pass. If someone ignores you, it's your choice whether to feel rejected or to remain centered. If someone disrespects you, it's your choice whether to react or to stay calm. This isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about mastering them skillfully. Because once you understand this, the control of your mind belongs only to you. Nothing and no one can affect you anymore without your permission. The next time someone tries to pull you into an argument, don't react. Just observe. Watch how their words lose their power. Watch them struggle when you don't play their game anymore. Because you're no longer a player in their drama, you're simply watching from the stands. Your past does not define you. Jung taught us something that flies in the face of what modern psychology often emphasizes. I am not what has happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Think about that for a second. So many people get stuck in their past. Old rejections, childhood wounds, past failures. But here's the reality. Your history is data, not destiny. The moment you stop letting old pain control your present, you become unstoppable. Have you ever wondered why people lash out, betray others, or try to bring you down? It's not about you. It's about them. Carl Jung explains that most people are run by unconscious wounds. Instead of healing these wounds, they project their pain onto others. The person who belittles you is someone who secretly feels small. The person who betrays you lacks loyalty within themselves. The person trying to control you feels powerless in their own life. Healthy people don't torture others. Usually, it's those who have been tortured who become torturers. When you understand this, everything changes. Have you ever met someone who's been through hell but still stands tall? They do this not because they've buried their pain, but because they've processed it. They didn't deny it. They transformed it. That's the difference between being wounded and being broken by your wounds. The unconscious mind holds the remote control here, something most people never realize. Most of your reactions don't actually belong to you. They've been programmed into you by society, trauma, and habitat. You don't even notice it happening. Jung calls this the collective unconscious. But when you bring these hidden patterns into the light, that's when you become truly free. Ask yourself, is this what I really feel? Or am I feeling this way because I was taught to feel this way? Why do you feel guilty when you say no? Why do you fear being alone? Dig deeper. The chains are usually invisible until you start looking for them. Now you know that nothing and no one can affect you without your permission. But here's how you actually live this in your everyday life. Most people live by reacting, not by choosing. Someone insults them, and they get angry. Someone ignores them, and they feel worthless. Something doesn't go according to plan, and they doubt themselves. But here's the secret. You can reprogram your mind. Jung said, your vision will only become clear when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside? Dreams. Who looks inside? Awakes. This means the first step is self. Jung also teaches, accepting yourself completely is the most frightening thing you can do. And here's why. When you accept yourself with all your flaws, you stop being crushed by criticism. You stop begging for approval. Indifference is not coldness, it's freedom. Think about that person who completely ignored you or dismissed you. At first, it hurt. But what if you genuinely didn't care about their opinion? What if their thoughts meant absolutely nothing to you? That's the secret of truly valuable people. They don't resist negativity. They simply don't let it in. They have boundaries. And those boundaries are impenetrable. The alchemy of anger. Transform your poison into power. This is where it gets really interesting. Jung talks about transforming shadow work and transmuting emotion. Anger, jealousy, and pain aren't signs of weakness. They're messages. They're telling you where you haven't healed. The fool either suppresses his anger or explodes. The wise man asks, what is this anger trying to tell me? Then he uses it as fuel. Every betrayal, every insult, every failure doesn't destroy them, it transforms them. Think of your emotions like fire. Fire can burn you, or fire can temper you like steel. The choice is yours. The invisible contracts you never signed. This section reveals Jung's understanding of archetypes and conditioning. Most people are prisoners to invisible rules they never consciously agreed to. I must always be nice. I need a relationship to be happy. I should never ask for help. Jung calls these archetypes deep, unconscious scenarios that run your life. But here's the thing. You can rewrite these scripts. You never signed these contracts. The moment awareness arrives, you're free. Why do you feel guilty when you prioritize yourself? Because somewhere along the way, you were taught that self-sacrifice is what makes you valuable. But what if you tore up that old agreement right now? What would happen? Jung teaches, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. But there's a catch. It means disappointing others. It means saying no. It means being called selfish by some people. It means putting yourself first. The fool blames the world for his suffering. The wise man realizes he's been holding the knife all along. Have you ever admired someone effortlessly? It's not because they're perfect. It's because they stopped pretending. They refused to be fake just to be loved. They'd rather be hated as their authentic self than be loved as a fake version of themselves. Real self-love means knowing who you are and refusing to apologize for it. The final key. The mind is the only battlefield. Jung's greatest teaching brings us full circle. Your vision will only become clear when you can look into your own heart. Where there's outer conflict, there's inner conflict. The battle is not outside, it's inside. The fool blames the world for his pain. The wise man realizes he's been holding the knife all along. When you stop fighting external battles and start managing your inner world, nothing can shake you anymore. Absolutely nothing. So now I'm asking you, are you ready to stop being a prisoner of your mind? Are you ready to become the architect of your life? Everything is in your hands. The power was always yours. You just forgot where you put it. If this has touched you deeply, you're not alone. Take this knowledge and apply it, step by step, day by day. Transform your life from the inside out. The choice has always been yours. Now you know it.